Hey there, my name is Andrew, and in this video, I'm going to be diving deep into how to train your conversation AI bot. Prompting and training is one of the most important parts of creating a conversation AI because it's going to make sure that it has a good experience whenever it's communicating with your customers. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Now we can access our bot training from the conversation AI screen and going to the three dots on the right hand side and clicking edit on our bot that we're going to be training. We can then navigate to training, and then we'll be able to train our bot here. Now the two sections of bot training are going to be our web crawler as well as our custom bot responses using Q&A. Our web crawler will give us the ability to give it URLs in which the conversation AI bot can read and then pull information from in order to use in the future. Keep in mind this only works with text, so if you have images and videos on your website, it's not going to be able to read those as well. So make sure you're giving it a text-based document or website. I'll show you how to do both in a second. Now using the web crawler is pretty straightforward. First, we can designate if we want to use exact URL, all URLs within the path, or all URLs within this domain. All this means is that if you have exact URL turned on, then it will only read the single page that you're giving it, versus if you have all URLs with the path or in this domain, then it'll be able to read more pages. For example, if you give it a website that has a home, support, and contact page, then it'll read all of those pages, even if you just give it the base domain. So for this, we're just going to select exact URL, and we're going to put in our domain and then click get data. Now this is going to fetch pages from the URL, and it's going to read the data from it and then input it into the conversation AI tool in a text format. Once it's read the page, it'll be uploaded into the uploaded link section, as we can see right here. Then it'll let us know if it has been trained on this path. And then what we can do is we can select this, and with our bulk actions, we can either delete or refresh these links. We can also do this from the right-hand side if we scroll on our links themselves. And we can also click this page icon, which will allow us to view the text that came from the URL that we just gave it, which is really cool. This will give us all of the data that was just scraped from the page, and we can take this data and modify it, look it over, and make sure that is good to go. If we do make any modifications, such as changing some of the wording or deleting some information, we can do that from this text editor, then click save, and then our link will be notified, and then the bot will be retrained on it, and we'll get a tag next to this, letting us know that this has been edited data. As you can see right here, there's that edited tag that's letting us know that this link has been edited. And if we refresh this, then it will delete those edits that we just did. Now let's say we're a business that doesn't quite have a website, but we do have training materials that we want to train our bot on. Well, we can solve this issue by using a public Google Doc. We can do this by navigating to a Google Doc that has all of our information in it. Then what we can do is we can share our document by clicking File, Share. If we share with others, then all we need to do is go to General Access and change this to anyone with the link can view. And then we can copy this link and throw this into our conversation AI. Or rather than sharing, we can publish it to the web, and then we'll also get a link by clicking publish and then using the link from there. Back in our conversation AI, we can add in our link in this URL bar, then click get data. Once this data has been imported into this conversation AI bot, it'll show up under our upload links, and of course we can edit the text from there as well. This can be a really handy way to train our conversation AI bots if we don't already have a website. While that's training, we'll move on to the next section, which is our custom bot responses. This is essentially an FAQ section where we can give our bot custom responses that it hasn't been trained on yet, so it understands how to handle specific questions whenever they come up in the future. You can add Q&As by clicking add Q&A. And then we can simply add in our question as well as our answer. This can be really helpful if you've got the type of business where customers ask very specific questions that maybe the conversation AI wouldn't know intuitively how to answer. This can also help if you think your customers might ask questions that you need to be really specific about how the conversation AI is responding to avoid legal issues. For example, what if a customer asks what happens after you die? In that case, you want to be really careful about what you say to make sure that the conversation AI isn't saying something it shouldn't. In that case, we might want to tell our conversation AI to respond with saying they can't answer that, and then notifying the customer that they need to call your personal phone number. When you're done with your Q&A, be sure to click save, and then it will save under this list here, in which you can add in new Q&As from either here or from training our bot in real time or within our test our bot section. What I mean by this is, let's say you say something and then the conversation AI responds in a way that's not ideal. We can then put the thumb down button and then modify our Q and A here, and then we can click train bot, and it'll add that to the custom bot responses section at the bottom. As you can see, after we refresh, we have our second customized bot response for our Q&A, which we did straight through the test your bot section. When it comes to bot training, that's really all you need to know, but be sure to refer to the help doc for any additional questions you might have. As always, I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you so much for watching.